Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mark Loeffler Experience. We got another great session for you today. And if you haven't, and I don't know why you haven't, I mean, don't you like me? Are we not friends? You need to subscribe. You need to smash that notification bell so every time this comes up, you get an email notification. So you guys don't miss out. You can watch this right away. And obviously, crush that like button. Just crush it. Just hammer it, okay? Hammer the like button. Comment down below. In today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to go through, I know we did the 3 mistakes last time, and I was talking to a bunch of you, and a bunch in the comments said, well, tell us some stories behind that. So you're going to get the stories behind those mistakes, some of them, and you're going to get some more mistakes that I've made over time. Because I know, Mark King, you did tell me only 3 mistakes. Well, you know, we don't have an hour to go on this video. So we'll do a little bit of a series here. You guys can watch them week after week. And guys, again, let me know the mistakes you guys made it below. I'd love to talk to you guys in the comments, so put it down there. All right, well, let's do this. So from last week, we had the 80-20. So 80-20 meaning, I'll just put it up here, 80-20. Basically is, in the world of investing, in the world of anything, it's 80% of, it's basically like an iceberg. You only see maybe 15 to 20% of the iceberg. You got, right, iceberg up here, and then you got this big mass of iceberg below the surface, right, that you don't see. So in the 80-20, I haven't put in the hard work. So when I started investing in real estate, I had read 2 books on real estate. I didn't go to like any of these clubs or events or anything like that. So when I bought my first property, literally, I knew the numbers looked good. I didn't know all the details about buying a house. Like, this is stuff like now I forget because, you know, we were 2 weeks to closing. My realtor calls me up and it's like, oh, who's your lawyer? Who's your mortgage with? And I'm like, I don't have those. I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't have those? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. He's like, oh, well, you got to go talk to this person and this person. Okay. So I used his lawyer, Harriet Altman. She's still good, still kicking up there. And then, yeah, I got a mortgage through RBC, and everything was good. Now it caused my realtor Jerry to lose some hair. Yet again, it's because I moved into the 20 without the 80. Every time I talk to a new investor now, I'm like, oh great, who's your mortgage broker? Who's your lawyer? Do you need those referrals? Because you need to go talk to those people first. You need to kind of build out that plan. And I didn't really have a plan when I started. My plan was just to, okay, let's go buy some rental real estate. This sounds like a great idea to increase my net worth. And guys, if you guys got a story about that, comment down below. I'd love to hear your comments and your stories on that too. Short-term mindset. So in the short-term mindset, so Ian Zabo and myself used to flip properties all the time. And you know, you go back and you look at that and you say, if I had just held those properties, like we flipped one on Lee Avenue in the Beaches that we sold for $540,000 back in we listed it the day Lehman Brothers collapsed. And we were hoping to make about a $50,000 profit on there. We made $2,000 or something after everything was said and done, which we were happy with at the time because we didn't know what the world was going to do. If we had held it 6 months, if we just rented it out, we would have made another $150,000. If we'd held it from that time till now, not only would we be cash flowing $1,500 a month on that property today, I mean, the value is probably like 1.4, 1.5 million. So guys, this is why I have a hard time selling things now. If I can always refinance that property and pull that money out, then I'm going to go long term. And that's why I started buying apartment buildings, because it's based on that. So as the rents increase, my value goes up. Last but not least, not vetting partners. This comes down to, we probably had similar strengths, or I didn't do reference checks. So we did, I got out of my element again. I decided to do a new construction build in North Toronto. And I partnered with a guy who I thought was experienced in this, and he just wasn't. I didn't do my homework on him. And it turned out that it wasn't, like, we had similar skills in the fact that neither of us wanted to manage that construction project. And it came down to me at the end to manage it and to sort everything out, which is, I mean, it was fine. And let's be honest, we lost money on that deal because I thought he was doing the due diligence, and really it was my job to do the due diligence as well. So, that's one. The other one I talk about all the time is, I had a partner, and literally she would drive by our properties every day. Like, I don't know why, but she would drive by our properties every day and call me when every little thing was out of place. And if you guys know me, that's not my style. I'm more, live and let live. Let the tenants be. We have a property management team in place for that. Let them do their job. Because if we're going to do their job, why do we hire them, number one? And if you're going to do their job, why are we hiring? And then number two is, why do you need me as a partner? So eventually, we just came to the conclusion it wasn't a good partnership, and I sold my share of the properties to her. And you know what? That worked out fine financially. It's just a matter of the stress in the meantime. Let's talk about a couple more mistakes. One of the mistakes I made is so it's a saying, don't compare your insides to other people's outsides. And it's funny, I was talking to Jeff Borum, who we interviewed a couple weeks back today, and he was on a panel for young professionals about investing. And he was on with another gentleman who was telling a story. They were saying, like, I've done this, this, and this. I'm going to do this much in real estate. And, that gets some people excited. Great, gets you excited. But I go back to David Goggins, like the book Can't Hurt Me, is this shouldn't motivate you, right? This should be like, oh, that's nice, they're doing that. I'm not going to compare my insides to their outsides because we don't know what they've had to do to get there, right? I don't want to go through what David Goggins went through to become, what he is today. He's done it, and that's his life. We don't know where they've got to. So how does that compare? What does that mean for me? Don't compare my insides to other people's outsides. So you see that person driving that Porsche, the Ferrari, the people who own 500-600 units, 10,000 units, right? Whatever that is, they're trading millions of dollars on the stock market. Whatever that is, right? They have the $6 million house and all the toys. So number one, we don't know what's behind the curtain. So we don't know where the money came from. We don't know if it's all leveraged up to the hilt. We just don't know that, right? So you can control what you can control. So work on your insides. And if you have a vision for what's their outsides, put it on your vision board, create a plan to get there. Another mistake, and I don't know if this is a mistake or just a saying, is no pressure, no diamonds. This is a bold law. Both of these are bold laws. Business Objective, Life by Design. It's a course by Keller Williams that I've taken, 14, 15 times now, a lot. I'm a slow learner, guys. I get it. It's fine. So no pressure, no diamonds means that if I have no pressure, nothing's going to change. So if I don't go out and if I don't get active, right? Like pressure to me is I have a listing that's not selling, or pressure to me is, well, in COVID, there's no income coming in. How am I going to pay the bills? Pressure for me was when I started was that very same thing. It was, that deal happened that I talked about, and I had to make the investors whole. So I made the investors whole, and I had to work my butt off to make sure that I paid their money back, right? So that was pressure. And that made me get off my ass and do stuff, and to, make more income, to invest in more properties, to do more deals. And maybe that's, maybe I'm a bit stuck right now because I don't have any pressure. There's no pressure. If I don't do another deal, I'm fine. If I don't buy another building, fine. And what does fine stand for? Effed up, insecure, neurotic, and, if you know the E, put it down below. All right, comment down below. Oh, Paul Lasanti, comment of the day. You caught it on the last mistakes video. Load in, right? Guys, thanks so much for joining us again today. Subscribe, crush that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Definitely comment down below. See you guys in the next one.